Seconds up, round one.
So our evening opens with the Westgate Warrior, Isaac Lowe, supported here by his great friend Tyson Fury. Remember, Isaac Lowe was famous briefly, aside from his boxing career, because he was nominated as Tyson Fury's new trainer out of that Chisora fight. In the end, he stuck with Sugar Hill, but it was a bit of fun, as Tyson Fury increasingly is these days on social media. But tonight is all about his friend Isaac Lowe, maybe building towards a grudge match against Prince Patel. That's something that's been talked about. But first, the hurdle here is Jonathan Santana from Las Palmas, who was last seen on these shores anyway against Hopi Price, the southpaw from Leeds, on the Warrington Lopez undercard. He acquitted himself pretty well that night, was down but was outclassed, and we'll see how he can do here. A very good evening to you, Barry Jones.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Lowe performs here. You know, he's having a couple of losses in the last few years, so dented his confidence a little bit. You know, he was looking towards world honours at one stage, heading towards that, and had a little bit of a setback against a little fighter called Luis Alberto Lopez, who nobody knew much about, but turned out to be a bit of a hidden gem, didn't he, of course?
Yeah, that wasn't such a bad defeat. Now, when you look back, wins against Warrington and Conlon turned into a world force, a serious one. And when you look back at that fight, Isaac Lowe acquitted himself pretty well, as he is in this opening round against rather different opposition, of course.
Yeah, Santana, I was ringside for the Hopi Price fight, and in the first few rounds he did look a little bit active with his hands, but clammed up once Price got him on the end of those long levers. I think it might be quite similar here with Lowe, but not with the long levers, just the combinations and the sharpness in his attacks.
He's only been stopped once, Jonathan Santana, by Jacob Barreto. Forced him to retire after 9 rounds. They met for the vacant Spanish bantamweight title. Quite often we describe those nights in that way. If you actually look back at footage of them or witness them, they're full-on nights, those. Small halls packed to bursting, great atmospheres, stars in their neighbourhood, that kind of thing.
He just fires back now and again. You just got to be careful here, Lowe. He doesn't catch any fire as he's marching forward, but that's better there, working with that double jab. Bit of variation up and down with it. Just a little feint here for Lowe, and then let that right hand go, dip the legs a little bit, fire that right hand over that low left hand there of Santana.
Final 10 seconds then of what's been a lively opening round so far. Good sharp work from Isaac Lowe to start us off. So just a quick look at some of Isaac Lowe's work in that opening round, Barry.
Yeah, I thought he was quite sharp. He came out, nice warmed up, and seeing their work in the body. I thought he controlled everything off the jab from distance, and I thought it was a nice little first round there, Santana.
Round 2.
Bob Howard there with Isaac Lowe. Enjoys himself in there, and all day yesterday, and in fact on his walk into the ring this evening he turned up in a tartan cowboy hat, very much in keeping with the local theme, and sort of symptomatic of the way he goes about life. Has a bit of fun. By the way, I mentioned Tyson Fury here to cheer on his friend. Kell Brook has joined Fury at ringside. There he is, looking well.
He is looking well. Training, it looks like, doesn't it? To be fair to him, good shape. Oh, good little left hook there from Santana.
Left to the body as well, and both fighters utilising that jab to the body in the opening round, and Santana continuing it here. Little uppercut though, it's a good sharp punch from Lowe, and again.
Yeah, just a little dip of the shoulder to get the angle with that shot there from Lowe. It's good work, just not neglect the jab. Keep that, maintain that distance as he's moving forward. It's good work there, a little step back as well, so nothing come back there from Santana.
It's been an impressive start this from Lowe.
That's a nice little parry. Don't see that very often. I'll do parries. That's catching the glove and moving it.
Always a smile on Barry's face as we roll back the years.
The hook off the jab is a combination not used anymore, and I'm always looking for that. Got to fight off that roll there as well, Low. Good upper body movement, but makes Santana pay for the missing of the shots. So he just fires back, doesn't he, Santana? Every now and again, you know, he's coming second best in the exchanges, but now and again he'll rattle off a 3-punch combination. There it is, there again.
Fires back, but not with a huge amount of power. Just one stoppage on his record. Lowe 6 times he's managed to get fighters out of there. Slightly peculiar record, Lowe, in that he has 3 draws on it. Ryan Doyle, then a technical draw against Dennis Silan, and then Ryan Walsh. Differing opinions about the first and the last of those. Closing the distance now, and Santana needs to get off those ropes.
Yeah, just showing a bit of strength here now, and he should be careful. He just didn't take too many shots walking forward here, trying to be bull-like. That's better, work behind the jab. A good right hand there from Santana.
As you say, just using that strength and having the better of most of the exchanges here.
Yeah, he was just, you know, I think he dominated most of the round. Just I thought the last sort of 30 seconds when he was trying to be a little more bull-like, that he had to take a few shots, just you know, walking forward with his hands up.
Round 3.
So round 3 here. Isaac Lowe, the Westgate Warrior, in those white, red and blue trunks here against Jonathan Santana of Las Palmas in Gran Canaria. Has Canarias on the back of those trunks. Barry, of course, by saying that Kell Brook looks like he's in training, has started a rumour mill going already. What does he know?
It's the generation of comebacks, isn't it? I would say that much the last few years. I tell you what, he's coming fast in this round here, Santana.
Certainly meeting fire with fire, or trying to anyway.
Well, Lowe looks the sharper punch of the two, but again, his record would suggest, you know, 6 stoppages, that he's not a big puncher, and he has to be careful that you're trying to use that physical strength. You're involved in a fight you don't really want to be in. When you can, you know, as he showed in the first early rounds, that he can dictate from distance, using that jab and that long right hand.
Has a great relationship with Tyson Fury, describes him as a big brother. He's boxed on 7 Tyson Fury undercards. Stopped at Wembley Stadium in April of last year by Nick Ball. The undercard of Fury and White.
Good work there from Lowe. Referee said break. He didn't really move back today. Clever. Maintained his ground and landed with 2 good right hands.
Lowe's also just seeing Santana telegraph a move there, dips his head low and to the left, and Lowe was trying to anticipate that. Good thoughtful work from Isaac Lowe. Good shot to the body as well.
Good shot again there from Lowe. But be careful there, using that shoulder in front of the referee.
Means business here, Lowe. Santana trapped in that corner.
Just needs to change the angle here, Lowe, though. He's got him where he wants him. A slight little step around to the side there. He'll just open the body up to the left hook to the body.
See, Santana is breathing heavily, though, here at the end of the 3rd.
Good shot, good left uppercut there from Lowe. Driving the punches through the guard.
Santana responding with a left hook of his own to the body, but this has been an excellent round from Isaac Lowe. Santana tries to finish with a flourish, but isn't convincing anyone. Little flurries of activity from Santana, including a good right hand there.
Well, I thought he had a good start to the round. Santana came out fresh, didn't he? Because I think in the previous round, Lowe was holding his feet, pushing him back and getting close to the target. Santana came out, threw a good right hand to start the round off and rallied a bit, but then Lowe walked him down.
We do that, didn't we, against Troy Williamson? Remember George Groves commenting on that with horror. Why wouldn't you sit down?
But to be honest, you don't sit down when you're sparring though. So maybe sometimes that is whatever you're used to, isn't it? But I would suggest take that rest when you need it.
Fourth of a scheduled 8 then between Isaac Lowe and Jonathan Santana. Good lively action to get us underway here at this rebuilt arena. Meadowbank in Edinburgh. That was a good, sharp, right uppercut from Lowe. Stung Santana.
A few seconds ago, Lowe dipped the left shoulder, lovely, slipped inside on the outside of the jab there, Santana, but just didn't let that right hand go. Did everything right but throw the punch. The movement was fantastic. Just needs a little feint here now as well, Lowe, as he's coming forward. That'll just stop the movement, Santana. You'll expect something, and that'll give you a chance to slide closer into the target and let your hands go. You felt that right hand there, Santana.
You felt the left hook to the body as well, and more good work to the body, but a left hook from Santana there.
And again, that's just what I was saying about just check the angle a little bit. Sometimes it's the punch, you're inviting punches back. So like, if you're not a big puncher, you got someone on the ropes, they'll hold their breath for a little while, they'll wait for a little lull in the action, and then they'll fire back. Take that little step to the side, they have to come looking for you.
Terrific pressure though, isn't it, from Lowe? Trying to break Santana down here.
Oh, good shot there from Lowe again. Couldn't careful again, they're using that shoulder to separate the space. That's good foot placement there as well there from Lowe. Taking a little step to the right.
Santana just with the guard high, trying to weather this considerable storm now.
I don't think he's hurt here, Santana, but I think he's struggling for pace and just a little bit overwhelmed, isn't he? I don't think there's any real one shot that's worried him so far.
But it can just be that cumulative effect, can't it? And that maybe is what's starting to happen here.
Yeah, all of a sudden, just the energy goes and the resistance is lost.
And that maybe is when Lowe will look for that mistake and pounce.
Just see the telegraph right hand there from Santana. That's a sign of tiredness seeping in.
So some of the pick of the action from that fourth round as we reach the halfway point.
What was good for there, he maintained the pace there, Lowe, constantly. You know, he must have thrown 100 punches in that round, maybe, because he just didn't take his foot off the gas. Had to take a few early in the round there when Santana was a little bit fresher, but then he wore him down there and really there was nothing coming back. If he had a bit more weight in the shots, maybe the referee might have stepped in. There wasn't enough to really hurt Santana, but the energy's draining round by round here, and if he keeps his pace up here, Lowe, he might possibly get the stoppage.
Round 5.
So we move over the halfway point in this scheduled 8-rounder. And as Barry was saying, there were moments in that previous round where Lowe was putting Santana under so much pressure that you felt we maybe weren't far away, but we're still far enough away. The referee, Kenny Pringle, didn't really have too much of a decision to make, but If that relentless pressure continues, even without one-punch power, he may well force the stoppage. Lee Wood has joined Kell Brook at ringside. Not bad on an undercard. Already Tyson Fury, Kell Brook and Lee Wood, along with Steve Bunce as well. I mean, what more can you want?
A little bit low with that right hand there. Low.
Not that he cares. Santana was trying to telegraph that to Kenny Pringle, who wasn't interested.
Just getting a bit too close here, I think. Isaac Lowe. Just allowing Santana just to hold on a little bit, and also gives, it sounds funny, but gives him an escape route when you're too close. You've got to be at that little range where if he moves, he walks onto a shot. That's good.
Really good display so far, this from Isaac Lowe. Of course, you could talk about limited opposition as he's trying to find his way back and maybe find his way to that grudge fight against Prince Patel. The two of them had to be separated at the KSI Joe Fournier fight. It's a way of things.
Yeah, it is, you know. I think fighters now have to take it on themselves to almost self-promotion, isn't it? Oh, good shot. He felt that there, Santana. Right uppercut, left uppercut, then left hook. Just dipped the leg slightly.
And he's rowing hard now, Jonathan Santana.
Got to turn it now. When he holds on, you got to spin him round.
Now more pressure. Santana has been doing most of his work at bantam and super bantam rather than at feather. That's playing its part, and finally takes the knee. And Kenny Pringle has seen enough. Isaac Lowe, relentless and remorseless. And there's the message. Fury on his feet to applaud. Lowe, too strong and too good. Impressively, let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official end of this contest falls at 2 minutes 50 seconds of round number 5. Referee Kenny Pringle has stopped the contest. The official decision is a TKO winner, the Westgate Warrior, Isaac Lowe!
So Isaac Lowe moves onwards and upwards.